but I'm not going to come in the film room. I'm going to do this whole stream remotely. You guys will never see me. It's going to be great. How's everyone doing? You guys having a good morning? Psych, I'm on camera. Y'all thought. You guys thought. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday morning to you all. What's up, Leo, X Ultra, Junior, J Mervin, U2 Nosy. Let me do the Discord announcement. Do it from my phone, keep things nice and simple. Oh, will not let me copy and paste. Copy. Copy text. Paste text. Okay. We're building a budget. It's like semi-budget gaming PC. And sent. Next, have you played Borderlands 4 yet? I have not. I know we've talked about maybe playing on stream. I don't see that. I don't know. I haven't had any desire to play Borderlands in a long time. On the Xbox 360, I grinded Borderlands 1. I loved that game. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. Loved the music. I mean, that's how I found out about Cage the Elephant. I think that's how a lot of people found out about Cage the Elephant, honestly. The cinematics, the style, everything was new. It was really cool. I beat the game like multiple times. I played like the online multiplayer, had like modded guns after a while. Like it was pretty sick. But I don't know. I just, ever since then, I remember I tried a little bit of 2, I think. Didn't stick at all. I just really did not have like much desire at all to play for some reason. I know on stream one time we tried playing, it was like Borderlands 3, I think. It was either 2 or 3. And I don't know. It didn't really stick with me either. But I think we're talking about trying 4. I mean, and you know, I guess I'm totally open to it. Cage the Elephant is Kentucky Proud. Are they from here? I've seen them live 2 times, I think, actually. Borderlands 2 in the Hall of Fame? Really? Like your Hall of Fame, or like it actually is? Because I mean, I don't want to like, I haven't played Borderlands 2, so I don't want to act like I can judge it too hard. But I would feel like 1, if anything, should be like, I feel like 1 should be greatest of all time Borderlands. Drummer in a Box, thank you for the resub. Just because I feel like it kind of started, you know, the style, and it was a really, really solid game. But that's just me. Oh, they met at WKU. That's sick. So not necessarily born here, but basically formed there. Very cool. Yeah, we got a kind of like a budget build this morning. It's budget, but it's kind of mid-range, honestly, in my mind. No, Matt's on vacation. He'll be back next Monday, I believe. Do you like the Okinos Mirage 4? I like pretty much everything Okinos makes, if I'm being honest. There's not like an Okinos case that like I just dislike that I can think of. Borderlands 2 is better than 1, not by a lot, but it's better. No, it's fair. I guess if you've played all of them, you have much more of a way to rate them than me, I guess. I mean, here's the way I would put it. I think, unpopular opinion, I think Halo Infinite did a great job. When you compare it to their Halos, it has the best graphics, has the best movement. I think it has some of the best gameplay, but it is very hated. When you compare it to like Halo 3, I think it's better in many ways, but still, like, people regard Halo 2, 3, CE, Reach as being like the best of all time. That's kind of what I'm basing Borderlands on, is I'm just like, I know 2 was big, but I feel like 1, just because it kind of started it all. And like the two really build on 1 like a ton. Like, was it that much better? The nostalgia factor? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I have that, you know. I guess I do have that, definitely for 1. Should have fired him before vacation started. Next time I'll consider that. Something can be better in many ways and not better. Destiny 2 is way better in a ton of ways, but Destiny 1 is far the better game. Why doesn't Zach co-host when one of you's out? It's his time to shine. Well, he's not here yet. He kind of gets here sporadic times, honestly. He's not here, and then the other Zach doesn't get here till like 10. Basically, most of the team gets here around 10. 9:55, you know, 10. So that's why you guys usually see them towards the end of the stream. It's not that they're just here, like, hiding. They are not here. They are probably asleep. We're going to go ahead and do the power supply first. We're switching things up, chat. This is before work hours. Yeah, basically. Our stream is in a way before work hours. I mean, not to everyone else in the world. I know a lot of other people work way earlier than us. But here we are. We carved this life forest. Even playing Borderlands 4, I have to say the performance is lackluster, but the gameplay is top tier for sure. That's good. Well, the good news is, gameplay I think can be kind of hard to fix. I don't feel like performance can be that hard to fix. I mean, it's literally Unreal Engine 5. Like, it's just like Unreal Engine 5 devs have said before. It's up to the developers to optimize their game. They give them the tools needed. It's very clear that there's some Unreal Engine 5 games that run amazing. So Borderlands can definitely do it. They're just going to need to prioritize doing some optimization. Yeah, that's true. He does get here early and then go straight to the lid. Super good. I've had 0 drops in 30 plus hours. 0 drops. Like a bad thing? I don't even know what we're talking about. Will we be playing Battlefield 6? Oh, for sure. I'm not a big Battlefield guy, but just in like when it was, I will say, I played the beta. I remember I really liked it at some points and I really hated it at some points too. Like, it's one of those things where, depending on like the map, I think, I was getting pretty annoyed. I was playing like that one like map where you're kind of like in the city. That one was kind of driving me nuts. Really? 50-60? All right, why do you say that? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What's better? What's better bang for buck? Let's hear it. Come on. Come on. Give me your best. They nerf movement in Battlefield 6? Really? Lid, I thought he was more of a rim guy. Morning, Jackson. Oh, the world is so tragic at times. I feel that. Which 5060? So they do not make a 16 gig 5060. It has to be the Ti. All right, so Peckish. 9060 XT. Let's just compare the 8 gig because it's the same price. 9060 XT 8 gig versus 5060 8 gig. They're neck and neck. There's no reason to tell people that the 5060 is like garbage compared to the 9060 XT. By the way, I'm an AMD fanboy. I've been AMD since FX. Okay, so I'm not an NVIDIA bootlicker like you guys may think. I'm just saying it is uneducated to tell people like, oh, you know, the 9060 XT 8 gig compared to the 5060 8 gig is way better. Now, 16 gig, yes. The 16 gig 9060 XT is a decent amount better than the 5060 in a good amount of games, but you are paying an extra like 80 bucks for it. Some people don't have an extra $80. 9060 XT 8 gig is, well, to be fair, we are in America here. How much cheaper is it in Australia? And you know, here at least too, prices go back and forth. And I love the 9060 XT, by the way. I think it's an amazing, I love both of them. I love all of 50 series. I love all of 90 series. I even like the 5050. I think every card has its place. Now, I don't like the 5050 at, you know, 260 bucks. Thank you, Grim, for the resub, and thank you, Drummer, and thank you, Noob. Noob subbed 4 hours ago. So weird, offline. They all have their place for the price, you know what I mean? But the biggest thing you guys got to compare is price to performance. Don't look at the name brand. Don't look at who makes it. Don't even look at the name. Literally just look at price to performance. And if there's a card that performs better in many ways, then the one I'd go with, you know? If it's better and it's cheaper or the same price. By the way, how are the MagCore Liquid A13 IOs? So we actually have been getting some of them for free. Newegg's been bundling them a lot. Haven't had any issues so far. I will say, you know, funny enough, back in the day, I remember buying these, not these, it was really old MSI. I mean, this would have been probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And we had about 2 in a row where the pumps went bad really quick, so we kind of stopped using MSI coolers for a little bit, but we still use them on and off and haven't had any issues since then. So about $50 USD, 9060 8 gig being $299, 5060 being $339. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is the 5060 shouldn't be. The 5060 MSRP is $299. The 9060 XT MSRP is $299. So comparing MSRPs, list prices and everything, I know it can get a little bit choppy. And I do agree with you in that regard, Peckish. If this card was 300 bucks sorry, 340, and the 9060 XT was 300, I wouldn't get the 5060 either. I never look at price, look at performance target, and buy what I need to get from there. Yeah, I don't do that, Grim. Listen, I make good money, but I don't think it'll ever matter like how much money I make. I think I'm always gonna look at like price to performance, and that's with cars, bikes, you know, computer stuff, everything really. Don't get me wrong, I go enthusiast level about some things. Like if I see the performance is really good and the price seems good for the performance, you know, I'll spend a lot. Nvidia is more expensive in Australia, sadly. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And you know, like I said, it changes. Sorry if I came off like kind of rude, but we get this a lot. You know what I mean? We get a lot of people that are in different countries, but they don't tell us that right away, and they'll just kind of like hate on something that we're building with. And I'm like, guys, we've been doing this for you know 11 years now. Like, I'm not saying we always make the perfect decision, but we're usually like fairly educated in our decision making. So when people come in here and you know they've built like one PC but they scour Reddit forums and they try to tell us like what we're doing wrong, I'm just like, guys, come on, please, step aside. Let the pros take care of this. What's up, Jedi? Or I meant Xenos. Jedi for mod. Are we bringing that back for real? We went so long without it. Jedi, I just realized you're freaking here. What is up? Matt and I were just joking about that last stream. We were like, we'll see you next month for the giveaway stream. So how have you been doing? I feel like normally when you're MIA, it means you're doing pretty good. If I paid $300 for the 9060 XT, I would always say I should have paid $50 more for the 16 gig. Oh, for sure. It's a toss-up. I mean, the way I would put it is, I know many people who have gotten the 8 gig 5060, who have gotten the 8 gig 9060, and because of the games they play, it is perfect. I mean, they're playing CS and getting 400 FPS. They're playing Valorant and getting 300 FPS. They're playing Fortnite and getting 240 FPS at like respectable settings. So there's certain people, I say certain, there's a lot of people that they don't really care. They don't need to know, oh, if I paid $50 more, I could have theoretically in certain games gotten 30 more FPS. A lot of people don't sit there like some of us do, you know what I mean? We're the Toasty Bros. You guys are the people that, you guys love consuming this type of information, this knowledge. Not a lot of people do. It goes back and forth. There's some people that are just like, here's what I want to spend. I want to be able to play these like 3 games, right? 2 of them are indie games, one of them is esports. And it's like, okay, I mean, I'm not gonna, if this is what you want to spend, we're good. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend the extra money. Have a good day. My mind is elsewhere. Hope stream goes good. All right, Chaotical. I hope your mind gets straight. I hope everything's good. Deepcool got banned in the U.S. because they were sanctioned. They sold, and I wasn't even Deepcool. It was like a sub company of Deepcool. Basically, like didn't know any better, I guess, supposedly. And they sold some product to Russia. It's during the whole like I don't even know. I don't do. Hey Google, skip. I really don't do politics. I don't care for them. But yeah, hopefully someday they get unbanned, honestly. With that politics aside, I liked Deepcool. We had a good relationship with them too. They liked working with us. We liked working with them. They were very easy to work with. They were nice. They had good PR and everything. So it'd be nice to be able to work with them again someday. They had some cool products too. They had some good coolers. They had some cool cases. They were very innovative in like the micro ATX and mini ATX department too. Very clean builds. So there you go. Ask Jedi in DMs. I like that. The 6750 XT is going in my wife's build with the 70. Which one is it? 7700X or 75? I'm guessing 7700X. You ordered the AK620 digital. I'm guessing you're in another country. I mean, the thing is, I still see Deepcool products floating around. So they're banned to be like sold new here. Another thing, I'm not going to say where. I mean, you guys can probably guess, but we've been to a local, semi-local PC parts store, and multiple times have seen Deepcool products for sale. I don't know what's up with that. Normally they're like on a shelf in like the very back, I feel like. They have prices on them. I don't know what happened. I didn't try to buy any of them, but like power supplies and coolers, I think it was. And this was like recently. I don't know. So maybe there's like still somehow there's still some floating around, and maybe they just can't import anymore. I don't know. I don't know all the fine print behind that. I barely even understand like how a freaking sanction even works, honestly. Doing politicians doesn't count. Oh, geez. That's not what I meant, chat. What? What is this? Hold up this L. Zoom out. Stupid camera. Going downside with these like AI cameras, chat. Please. Please. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, wait. We're doing tracking too. Are we good? We good, ObSpot? All right. Good to be back. Yeah, it's nice seeing you here. I've just been busy, tuned in every once in a while. Have you just like lurked a little bit? Yeah, it's like Skyrim style, Oblivion style. Oh, you have violated the law. Any recommendations for a CP cooler? Ooh, we get a 5950X, still running 80 plus. So here's the thing. I will say like 80 plus, don't be worried about it. It's okay to like, you know, if you're kind of enthusiast, you want the best temps, it's all good. You know, we can definitely get you there, but don't think your CPU is gonna like blow up or anything. That CPU should be able to handle upwards of like, I'd probably say about 92C before you maybe start to get a little bit of thermal throttling. But if you want to get, you know, the temps down, getting yourself like a good like 240 or 360 mil AIO. If you want the best of the best, I really like Arctic. You know, even like Gamers Nexus and some of the other guys who do a lot of testing have said Arctic is pretty much the best in the game when it comes to liquid coolers. And one thing to keep in mind, their coolers are beefy. They're like, even though they're 240 mil, they're slightly bigger. So like the 240, I would almost consider it to be like a 280. So make sure the case fits a 280. Same with the 360. Make sure that the case can fit closer to like a 420 in some cases. Yeah, Matt's on vacation. That is also true. AIOs are just better in general these days too. So if you're running an older AIO, just getting any newer one, honestly, is going to be just fine. Like you can even get like a budget one and it should cool pretty well. How much is this PC build? So this PC build will be for sale at PCBros, which if you don't know, it's our PC selling business. Everything's based in the US here. It's based in the same building as us. Matt and I own it. And this one will be for sale for $1,050, so $1,050. I know you're probably thinking that's a lot for 5060 build. Sure, build it yourself. That's kind of the whole thing. You're paying for a, you're getting the PC built for you. 1-year parts and labor warranty. You get to watch Matt and I build the PCs on stream, which is pretty cool. It's a one-off build. So Jonah will list this exact PC. We may never build one exactly like it again. So that's another cool part, is you're getting a build that isn't just like every other cookie cutter build. You know what I mean? The 1-year parts and labor warranty is pretty sick too. All of our customer support is here in-house. We don't, you know, have like a call center or anything. Everything's here. Yeah, it comes with Windows 11 Pro installed, tested, activated. We do all the drivers. We do some basic benchmarks and test on all of our PCs as well. We got a pretty extensive checklist to make sure our PCs, you know, arrive as safe as possible. So that is what you're paying for. Now, if you wanted to build this yourself realistically, give you an idea. After tax and shipping, you'd probably spend, because you know we get a little bit of discounts in some things. I'd probably say close to $900. So even though 1050 might sound like a lot for a 5060 build, realistically, when you count like the fees that we have to pay on selling the builds and stuff, we really don't make a whole lot on these. Like we might make $100 after everything's said and done on this build. So not as crazy as some of you guys may think. I know some of y'all will be thinking we make like hundreds of dollars in our builds, but I wish, right? If that was the case, we'd be doing a lot better. I wish. Is this one using a stock cooler? No, yeah, we're using the MSI, right. Yes, we do use expanding foam. Pretty much any build, unless it's a really cheap, like, you know, like our Optiplexes, for example, we don't put expanding foam in those because like each expanding foam pack alone is like a few dollars. That's the other thing a lot of people don't think about too, is we double box most of our, pretty much everything actually. We double box. Our boxes aren't that cheap either. We buy like double corrugated boxes. We buy bubble wrap in giant rolls. They're $80 a roll for bubble wrap, guys. The boxes, you know, are, I'd say anywhere from like $2 to $10 per box, depending on how big it is. Some of our larger builds, we have to have custom boxes made for us, which can be upwards of $20 to $30 per box. So there's a lot of things. And then obviously we pay people labor. We pay people hourly to work here. So yeah, a lot of costs that people don't think about when running a business. And you know, we pay people well. We have health, we have insurance, we have 401k, we do matching up to 4%. We have free food and drink here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, chat. We don't make much money. Fun fact. Also, TBH, I get the 5060 Ti 16 gig for only $70 USD more than 960 XT 16 gig, but I want a white 3-fan model. Have never gone for worse GPUs for better aesthetics or the way around. That's a good question. Yes, we totally have. I will say it's not often. We're the Toasty Bros. We're price to performance guys, but very often when we want to make a build look good, yeah, we will spend more or get like a lower end model to get like an all white build. It does suck that you're having to, you know, that's how it works. You know, I wish they made more other colored parts like white, maybe some fun colors. But because they don't, you have to pay a lot more for them because they're kind of desirable. Sounds like a whole lot of hoopla. You would have assumed everyone's salary. We had a couple people here on salary. So Toasty Bros, we're pretty much all salary. I say pretty much. Everyone at Toasty Bros is salary. We have a couple people that are like crossovers. So we have I think that's right, 2 employees that are PC Bros and Toasty Bros. They get paid salary at both. And then pretty much all of PC Bros is hourly. And like I said, we're very, in terms of like our hourly pay, it's pretty darn good. It's very hard to find, you know, work unless you go and get either some pretty good certifications or even like a college degree. Save this box. Jonah works for tips. Yeah, he does. He loves tips. Holy YouTube is a 20-second delay to Twitch. That's funny. You know, it goes back and forth. I've seen sometimes where YouTube's pretty bad. Bro says, ew. What's gross? The build? Yeah, I hate it too. Now this one would be pretty sick. This one's the Okinos Cypress, which I love the wood aesthetic cases. They really have grown on me a lot. I'm not trying to sound on the homosexual side, but I love wood. You guys know what I mean. My desk at home, all wood. My case, all wood. What do you think of the Dark Rock 120 fans? I like Dark Rock products. They make some good stuff. I don't really have a super strong opinion. In all honesty, I'm really the only fans that I dislike, right? So like I like almost every fan out there. I don't really love infinity mirror fans. That's the one design of fan that I could totally live without. Like I wouldn't mind if they just stopped making all infinity mirror. And I don't just mean the crappy brands. I also mean like even Lee and Lee. I think they were really cool when they came out. I liked them for a little bit. That is not the case anymore. I just think they look tacky. All the knockoff ones, honestly. Maybe I would have still liked it if there wasn't so many knockoff ones. Like when Lee and Lee came out with theirs, I remember thinking they looked pretty cool. Not really for me. But now that there's like all these brands like make them, and the peels are always horrible to get off. They're always scratched. They always don't look perfect. Like it's just kind of, it's left a bad taste in my mouth. OnlyFans mentioned. Oh crap. Do my patented burnt toast method. I just realized, chat, this is a 12400F, not a 14. I am very sorry I've lied to you all. I have lied. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. The title is wrong. I kind of just guessed, honestly. Time to get started building 25 minutes in? What do you mean? I've been building. I got the power supply, I got the motherboards just about done. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been taking my time. I'm reading chat. Ooh, stiff. Yeah, you know what, chat? It's time to get to work. I'm not reading chat anymore. Screw you all. Jackson, what's your favorite honey? The royal kind? No, honestly, I couldn't even tell you the difference. If there is like multiple different types of honey, I couldn't even tell you. I like local, you know, local pollen. You know, they say, Chad, if you have bad allergies, trying to consume a good amount of local honey every day. So like throwing some local honey in like your coffee or whatever, you know, whatever ways you enjoy consuming it, they say it can help a lot with allergies because you're basically exposing yourself to like the pollens. You just got to make sure it's actually local though. Because if it's, you know, from anywhere else, you're just getting other pollens that we don't even have here necessarily, so, or in your area. Turtle, what's up? What's up, yo baby, go. Yo, gabba, gabba. Gabba ghoul. How y'all doing? You do enjoy a good honey pot. Good honey pot. That. Hey, this guy is learned. This guy is learned. That goes crazy. Hey Jackson, or hey Chad, if Jackson takes time with the build, that means the longer stream and you can earn extra toast. That Xenos has a good point there. Are you guys actually like do I need to build quicker? I mean, I can. Listen, Matt and I did a challenge, and I'm just saying I won. I built a full-fledged gaming PC in about, I think it was start to finish like 17 minutes. So I'm just saying I'm capable of going really quick, guys. I just don't want to. And also, ooh, can I run these underneath here actually? These are like the little details that you're paying for right here. I might have to take the cooler off to do what I want to do here. Yeah, that's fine. Take the cooler off. I don't really want to use a zip tie. I think it'll look tacky. Is a Molex connector for the AIO fan? Molex connector is pretty outdated. You don't really see it very much anymore. So no. If anything, you're going to be using like SATA to power things, but this does not need any SATA. Correct. Local honey helps with allergies, not a cure, but certainly helps. Have you ever dealt with it in Jedi? Like, have you ever tested theory? I've never really had allergies, so I've never really been able to, or had like the need to test the local honey thing. But I have friends with allergies, and I wish they would try that more. But I mean, it can be hard. I feel like to remind yourself to find a way to like. I mean, not everybody just loves honey, so to like remind yourself to actually find a way to, you know, get it in your diet every day. God, Chad, I saw this saw this build. I'm gonna show it to you all. And if this is one of your builds in chat, I just want you to know it's all good. I doubt it is. I mean, there's so many people here that it's very unlikely, but I just want to show this to you guys. So this person is selling a build that, honestly, I don't even know if the price, I don't think it's a great price, but I don't think it's like horribly overpriced. But I'm just shook. This is an example why, chat, of like when people always, you know, hit us with like the, why would someone pay to have their PC built, like blah, blah. We get so many Discord submissions, we do so many repairs here. I'm sorry, but 3/4 of y'all don't know how to build a PC properly. You guys can build a PC that works, I'll give you that, but half of y'all just build a PC that looks like garbage. And I saw this one yesterday. So this one's they labeled as like a custom Destiny themed PC. It has a 5800X and a 3090. They're asking $2K for it. In my mind, that's kind of expensive. I mean, there's some high-end parts in it, but like the 5800X, and that's maybe I wouldn't pay more than like $130 for that CPU now because the 5800 XT was about $140 for a while. And it's AM4, quote unquote, dead platform. And the 3090, I mean, yeah, it's a 3090, but at the end of the day, like, I think that I mean, for sure, the 5070 is definitely better than the 3090, right? I mean, I'm almost positive that, I mean, yeah, the 3090, I forgot, the 4070 Ti was better than the 3090, so the 5070 is definitely better in many ways. But yeah, I want you guys to see this build. I can't even tell you, like, I don't see nice builds on Marketplace, like, almost ever. Like, chat. What are they? And also, why does this have the adapter going to the custom cables, bro? Half the RAM is off for some reason. Single fan appears kind of goofy. They ran those cables straight across. I mean, it's just insane to me. And chat, like, that's common. Like, I'm not, you guys are saying goofy ass, that's common. That is like ridiculously common. I see so many builds being sold like for really expensive too on like Marketplace, eBay, etc. And these are the same people. These are the same people that are like, why would you pay to have a PC built by, you know, PCBros or whatever? And it's like, you should have paid. You literally would have only spent, you know, an extra 100, 150 bucks for labor and the warranty, but your build wouldn't have looked like shit. Like I said, I'm horribly sorry if that person is somehow here in chat or something. I just used you as a horrible example, but yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about, chat. It's prime example. It's prime example. It's like it's the Facebook, the keyboard warriors, chat. You guys ever scroll like Facebook Reels or YouTube Reels or TikToks or whatever, where anybody's trying to show anything productive, and half the comments are just like, I could do that for so much cheaper, and I'm just like, no, you fucking can't. Like, stop. I hate when people do those. Like, I think that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, chat, is the people that are like the know-it-alls that are like, you didn't do this right, like the Facebook contractors. Because I get a lot. I love those reels, you know, where it's like someone fixing a plumbing job, somebody doing concrete work, whatever it is. You know, I enjoy watching. You know, I was gonna say I enjoy watching manual labor. I enjoy watching like any type of blue collar work. I think it's fun. It's an art. It's a craft. And everybody has different ways of doing things. And I just love that there's always those keyboard warriors, man, that are like, this isn't up to code, and I would have done it like this. And I'm like, bro, you don't even do that for a living. Like, get out of here. That's how it feels when, you know, when people are like, you guys don't know how to build PCs. You guys charge too much for your PCs, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have to buy our PCs. All right, my rant's done, chat, until you guys started again. Somebody's going to ask something, and I'm going to start up again. It's going to be insane. Wallet, probably build that cheaper. What is that? What is that, Sweet Phil? Is that like a, is that like from something? I regret buying white PCs. I want black so bad now. Really? I don't hear that a lot. Normally, I feel like when people have like an all-white build, they really like it. Like, they usually bought that for a reason, you know? All right, this will work. Let's do this camera angle here. My PC is a Panda. That's, I'm actually in the process of building a Panda right now for Facebook Marketplace. I'm in the process, like, we're not building like 10 PCs a day, but that's one of the PCs that we're building right now. We got a couple cool videos going on at the moment. If you guys don't know, and I know I mentioned a couple times, I'm doing a Facebook Marketplace from scratch PC build, which we've never done before. So every single part I'm buying, like, and I'm saying everything. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to get anything on Amazon or eBay. I'm not having it shipped. I'm going up and picking every single part for this build. And so far, it is pretty damn good. Like, it is a good build for the price. I'm kind of stuck on a couple parts, but I'm close. So that's going to be really dope. The video is going to be top tier. we're going to be doing some acting type shit, chat. Like, it's going to be good. We're doing a sleeper build. The sleeper build, which I know you guys love the sleeper builds, that is in a case from 2005 that is unopened. I'm hyped about that. It's an unopened, unused gaming case that is a mid-tower RTX, super quirky looking and everything. So that build will be sick. It's going to be kind of like a mid-range sleeper, honestly, even entry level. 9060 XT and a 9600X. So nothing too crazy, but in terms of compared to 2005, it's going to be pretty damn good. That one will have some cool like history lessons and stuff in it. And then the last video I'm working on is a HP all-in-one. Nothing fancy, honestly. It's a nice all-in-one. I got it for like 350 bucks. It's a Ryzen 5500U, and it's just like basically a little bit of upgrading and also can it game in 2025. So yeah, got 3 cool videos I'm working on right now, and I'm excited about all of them, honestly, which is always good. It's we're not always excited about some of the videos we're doing, you know. You got a 2003 Antec Landboy 2 case if you guys want it. That sounds sick. I don't know what that looks like, but it sounds really cool. I am always interested in anything vintage and retro. and even outside of PC gaming. So if you have a way to get a hold of us, Snark, actually, yeah, you do have a way to get a hold of us. You've been here, haven't you? Yeah, no, I mean, I'd be interested in seeing it. Even if we don't buy it. You can drop it off with stickers. Oh, yeah. Bring the stickers, dude. I just, I don't know if you guys get to see, I added more stickers to the wall yesterday. So don't forget, chat, and you don't even have to be in the country even for this one, as long as you're willing to pay for shipping. We have a sticker wall, and here, I'll show it to you guys real quick, because we got time. This build's not going to take too long. I'm going to have to move stuff. Ow, arm. All right, hold on, chat. Let me close our door. So this is like we were running out of room for B-roll. We wanted one more B-roll set. This is it. So this is our folding table. Our goal is to have that whole wall just sticker bombed. It's cool if you want, you know, we'll take any stickers. Meme stickers are fine, whatever. It'd be cool to get local businesses, and I don't just mean local to our area. You can see that one right off to right over there. I have no clue where that shop is. Whatever it is, Built Computers. But like that's cool to me. I really like seeing, you know, companies that aren't like big chains, like actual mom and pop shops. It doesn't have to be PCs. It can be a bakery. It can be concrete. It can be whatever. Dropped yours off a week ago. Oh, sick. Did you drop stickers off, or like, do you see them up there? Because I put up about 3 different people's yesterday. Look at the start of the stream. I went ahead, and that's what Matt and I are going to do. We actually open the stickers on stream. We talk about them. We thank if we have a first name, we'll thank you, and then we go put them up on the wall. And we'll do that until we can't. Basically, I mean, hey, if it gets to a point where it's really, I mean, we can cover that whole wall. In all honesty, we don't care. Mental Metal, thank you for the resub. I think we're running like 60-something months. Yeah, we'll we have a lot of room in that wall. I don't really see why we can't, honestly. We can cover that whole entire wall. So we'll make the stickers happen until we just physically can't fit anymore or something, I guess. You don't see them? Oh, what were they, James? Maybe we haven't gotten them yet. Aztec Technology? Oh, sick, okay, sick. Like I said, I want to see more of that. I like the meme stickers. I want a healthy mix, you know? But right now, I think it's probably about 90% meme. But it's a really good chance for you guys to get advertising too, whether it's for your own company or just one that you really like or appreciate, you know? Jake kept them. Hey, that could be possible. Did you drop them off up front? Or did you put them in the P.O. box? Because if they're in the P.O. box, that just means they just haven't gotten there yet. And we'll run and get them soon. I went on Friday. Oh yeah, so you know what? I bet you haven't. They probably haven't shown up yet because I went there Friday after stream. I haven't been since then. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's already some more stickers there waiting for us. And I know I mentioned this too, but you don't even have to send just stickers. If you guys ever want to send us any fan mail or anything, we can even accept some pretty small packages in there as well. Probably can't be too big, but I think our box is big enough to fit, like, I want to say, oh, just a rough guess, it'd probably be something that's like maybe 3 or 4 inches tall by like 8 inches long. It's really like it's pretty, our box is like wide. It's just not very tall. Like it's wide and it's deep. Oh, dude, the muffins were freaking great. Almost everybody, I think, had a muffin. We still have some left. We threw them in the fridge. That place is top tier. What place was it again? Yeah, everybody really liked those. That's what she said. Yeah, the box is wide and deep. Funny. If I ever built a PC from now on, it has to be Fish Tank. You know what's funny is a couple people, well, mainly Jonah is the one that comes to mind. He's not a fan of the Fish Tank style. I like it. I think Fish Tank is good because it's very universal. You can make the build look however you want. It has the most viewing angle to be able to see your parts and stuff inside. So I like Fish Tank, but Jonah does not. I think Jonah likes more of like the traditional style. Although he really, I think his like favorite case probably has to be like he loves the Fractal North and he really likes the Haven case. Whose CRT's in the back? Everything here is ours. This is all stuff that like we've collected. Some of it's like I said before, a lot of this stuff's been kind of donated or sent to us. So that back there is a full PC. That's a Macintosh Plus. I think it's from 1986-ish. Really cool build. We did a full video on that. Someone actually sold us. They had traded in actually 2 of those matching Macintosh Pluses, both working perfect. Keyboards, mice, tons of floppy disk, tons of old mail orders for like, you know, certain like disc and stuff like that. Yeah, super sick. That was a $2,000+ PC back in the day, which is crazy to think about. That down there is an old TV. It is, what brand is this? Like Zenith? The Zenith TV is probably like a, I don't know, maybe like a 10-inch TV, maybe 13-inch TV, CRT. That down there is a floppy disk reader for a Commodore 64. We have a couple of those. That's the box down there for a Commodore 64, which you guys can't even see. We had an IBM, what is it? IBM buckling spring keyboard. Is it the Model M? Is that right? IBM Model. We built this arcade cabinet. That is not CRT. That's actually a more modern monitor. We got original Xbox back here. Some old graphics cards. Yeah, a lot of just random knickknacks. We really, like I said before, we all very much like the old school stuff. New stuff's cool and all, but it's just like, what's the point of displaying that, you know? We see it every day. We'll run that through there. This board does in fact have some ARGB headers. I should probably plug in the, need to plug in the USB. Or not the USB, I keep calling it USB. I meant to say CPU power. I don't know why I keep doing that. I feel like I did that yesterday too. This is very tangled. I'm new to PCs kind of 1 year. Just spec your first PC for someone else, helping them build in a few days. Low-key proud of myself, $1,500 USD PC, insane. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, that's what, and we're all about that. We always tell people like, hey, we got a PC selling business, so if you're nervous, if you don't have the time, you have the extra money, whatever the reason, you know, we can build you one. But we're, at the end of the day, Toasty Bros, we started on the whole tradition of being able to build a PC yourself and showing people how to do it, especially like how to do it and save money. That's one of the key points there. This fan is too high up. It's quite literally in the way. Quite literally. We're gonna move this fan all the way down, get some maximum clearance here. It'll help move a little more air off the GPU too. Yeah, this case it's actually a pretty high airflow case. Mesh front, mesh power supply side. Power supply is in its own circuit because the fan's facing down, so you're gonna have air coming in and out the back. So no extra heat from the power supply. The bottom basement's very open too. So yeah, this board will actually run very cool. Very solid, but like compact case. And it's pretty compact. Like even for a micro RTX board, it's a pretty tight build. But that is exactly how I like it. I do not like having a ton of extra space in a build. I know Matt's kind of in the same boat. We're all about like, we like to see a build kind of filled out. And that's the reason why we don't really love like full ATX cases. Like the big full ATX. Yeah, Cypress 3. Like the big full ATX cases where you just have so much extra room, it's like, ugh. The point of all that room. You're making your own case. It's a metal and wood combo. That'll be cool. Definitely want to see pictures. Banger song coming on here, chat. It's crazy. The cooler like almost doesn't even fit up top. Just barely fits. Yeah, I wish if the cooler, like I said, the cooler was just a really good deal because it technically comes with the CPU. But if it didn't, I would have definitely opted for an all black cooler, like one with no RGB. Because right now this build's kind of definitely leaning like a no RGB build, but it's all good because we'll set the RGB to probably like either a white or an orange, which if you guys don't know, if you have wood in a PC case, orange is a really good color to go with wood. So, especially, I don't know about if it's like a white build, but like an all black build, adding some orange in there, like a yellow even, or a red, just something that's like a warm tone to go with the wood always looks really nice. Looking pretty good though, it's very clean. Give you guys this angle, so be a little bit back here. On white PCs using white RGB, yeah, I agree. Honestly, like white is definitely a little bit harder to color match, I feel. And honestly, white in general is hard to build with because it's like no two brands can agree on what is white. A lot of them, it's like, you know, they kind of go for like that off-white, a little bit of yellow in there, like eggshell. And then a lot of companies, they go for like the, you know, just pasty, like pale white. So then you have like parts that just don't match. That's like really the worst part about building an all-white build. It can get rough. Speaking of rough, I can't see anything. All right, we got HD audio. Look at this dude like ZTT in hiding or something. Oh, aesthetics. Aesthetics. USB-C, does this board have that? I hope so. Oh, it doesn't. That sucks. It happens. And that's why we keep adapters on hand, chat. Merry Christmas from the Philippines. Is it Christmas there? Is that how that works? I don't think so. I believe the calendar day is still pretty similar to what it is here. I'm on to you. Wait, now that I think about it, is there any PCs that are dual chamber but not fish tank inside? See, that's tough because yes, most dual chamber cases are fish tanks. I know there's definitely some that aren't. I just can't think of any. The best thing to do would just be to look up dual chamber PC case, but the problem is almost all of them would be. Well, they don't have to be, but I don't know. I don't know anything. What's the Corsair situation, Midnight? Don't tell me they're in hot water now. They were like the one company I feel like that hadn't really gotten in trouble yet. Do graphics card manufacturers test their GPUs after production? That's a great question. So a lot of PC parts, to my knowledge, no. They build them and then they ship them out. I think there's some where they test them. I honestly don't know though. They're being sued. What are they being sued for? I mean, is it as bad as like, you know, the N6T situation? Like, do they screw a lot of people over? Or is it more like they're getting sued by one entity or person? Packaging? You're getting sued for packaging? All right, give me some more details. How do you get sued for packaging? Is it the branding on it? The way they package stuff? Class action suit for false advertising on RAM kits. What are they doing different than other RAM kits? The RAM speeds? My only guess, the only thing I can ever think of discrepancy RAM-wise that I see is where, advertised speeds not, the advertised speeds not being the speeds you get without tweaking things like enabling XMP. That's normal. Pretty much because they don't put up to speeds in their speeds. I don't know of a single RAM manufacturer that puts up to. They like all put the XMP rated speed. I mean, I'm sorry, that's a stupid lawsuit. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that, honestly, Midnight, because I'd rather hear that than like they're actually like wronging people. And in my opinion, that's not wronging people. That's just people being dumb. And on it, I don't know. I'm just thinking about like all the class actions out there. I think class action lawsuits for like when you're losing people money or like causing them to have to take off work or causing medical issues. But I'm like, what? Why are you in a class? What is the point of joining a class action lawsuit because your RAM speed didn't match what it was supposed to be? Oh, I need compensation. Oh, my RAM speeds. Ah, like what? Oh man, that's crazy. We live in a crazy world. But that's just me. You know what I mean? If you're part of the class action, I guess get your bag. I guess. Enjoy it. It's a California lawsuit. Interesting. How is it just California? It's for accountability, I guess. I mean, I guess I see the side where like if they're not taking accountability and like they really are wronging people and they're just like we didn't do anything wrong, I guess they should get like a slap on the wrist and pay some money. But I don't know. I feel like the fact that that's even newsworthy is just crazy to me. Corsair 2. I was thinking the 2500D. That is a dual chamber case that's not efficient in getting it. Yep, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, chat. But watch out for those Corsair RAM speeds, am I right? I'm so mad the RAM I bought was 6,000 megahertz CL36, but a week after I bought it, they changed it to 6400 CL30 for the same price. I mean, honestly, like I understand you having a little bit of like remorse there, but dude, you will not notice a difference. Like it's such a subtle difference between like RAM speeds and cast latencies. I'm sure there's videos out there on if you wanted to watch like some professionals test it, but it should not be much. Supposed to cover nationwide DDR4 and 5. I've seen news like that than a lot of the other news lately. I guess so. I guess that's a good point of a good way of putting it is like I guess I'd rather that be the news, like the only news, instead of the other shit that we're seeing. But that's not the case. So that's the way I'd put it. It's just with like how crazy the world always is. I'm just always shocked whenever like, you know, a celebrity makes the news for something really stupid. I'm just like, who cares? There's literally like wars going on in the world, and we're worried about like Brad Pitt hooking up with Angelina Jolie. Oh, sorry. I forgot I was showing chat that. Dude, at first, I didn't realize that was down. I thought you just, like, busted the door open. I was like, damn, buddy. There should be two latches. Yeah, we were talking in chat. I guess Corsair apparently is in a class action lawsuit for. I need to look more into it because it still doesn't make sense to me. People are saying because like the RAM, you know, like how the RAM it always says the overclock speed. It's like 6,000 megahertz, right? It doesn't run at that. That's the overclock speed. People are saying they're in a class action lawsuit because they don't say up to 6,000 megahertz. And I was like, I don't know any RAM company that does that. But people were asking me, like, what do you think about the controversy? And I'm like, that's the stupidest, like, I thought you guys were going to say they were pulling, like, an NZXT and, like, screwing over their employees or whatever. But I'm like, that's, Oh, most people don't. Out of your 30, instead of 3,200. I just never cared. I'm like, I just care about my RAM being stable. I don't really care about getting like the speeds. So it's California news laws that make it illegal. Now I guess that makes, so basically it's like the way that California does their advertising. They're saying you have to do, like you should need to do up to. Yeah, I mean in that case I think all of them should follow that. Not just Corsair, which hopefully they all do or will. Days 2 since I did a video on it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna watch it. I do not really care for I already don't care for watching news. I care even less for watching PC political news. That just sounds like the most boring thing ever to me. I'd rather be wasting my life playing Apex Legends instead.
I'll spend more time talking about PCs than actually using.
Yeah. We get paid to do it though.
I think it's because it's one of those things where it's like making them a crazy thing. Can't take a lot of it serious. At all.
Hear that, chat? We can't take you all serious.
I have not. I just cannot. I mean, I respect Gamers Nexus a lot for what he does, and I think someone needs to be the person that he is. So, you know, because he's fighting for like consumer advocacy and all that stuff. But I mean, I even can't be bothered to like watch a 3-hour movie on the blacklist GPUs and all that stuff.
I'm always just shocked at these people who will do that. Like I know how many fans he has and like how many people will watch it.
People support the hell out of him, and he gets. I don't think it's like based on the amount of hours of work he puts in. I don't think like he gets compensated properly enough for what he does. But I think he just loves the.
He's doing it for the sport.
He's doing it for the sport, and people do support him a lot. I mean, people support his store and buy packages for. All this stuff. And it's ridiculous, but it makes sense because he puts in hella work. Like he does. Sorry, I got tripped up and I saw Jonah mic your fine ass up from Plum Crazy PC. Yeah, he does a fantastic job. Like, and the amount of effort he puts in is very commendable. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's not gonna. I just don't. It's a very like pessimistic thing to think about it, but it's like I just don't think a lot of companies are going to change their business practices because of the movement he's trying to push.
Because of Steve.
But Steve's dope. I mean, he definitely played a major part for a lot of controversies. And he's shining a light on like some NZXT.
You know what was really funny is I kind of got like an insider thing the other day that NZXT sales were not affected at all by all that.
I bet.
Which is so crazy to me.
Maybe for a couple weeks.
No, I mean I was told that their sales have just kept going up, like since that video, like because more people found out about NZXT.
I mean, it's the saying that I always go back to and think about, and like all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Even if it's about you getting trashed on, like that's why I made a video on the Cracker Barrel controversy, because I think honestly, if
you want more people to shop at Cracker Barrel,
it could have been intentional the whole time. They come out with a terrible rebrand. The whole world is in backlash because they hate it, and then they plan the whole time to change it.
What was that? Is that you that just talked? Oh, dude, I like heard that, and I was like, is there like a random person in the office? Because I saw you looking too over there, and I was like, that didn't sound like anyone I know. Oh.
Oh. Normally he's hustling it,
That's our boy.
But yeah, like they whoever planned that out, mastermind. I mean, A+ mastering, like A+ of marketing right there. And I'm a marketing major, And that shit is like, I saw it coming from a mile away.
Zach planned it.
They do a terrible rebranding, and then the whole world's talking about your business, which is great, by the way. And then you give people what they want, and then you're like the Lord and Savior, and you're a W. I never mention it. It's like a, it's just like a thing.
I'm not a college dropout. Hey, I'm one of the few, the proud, the strong that graduated. What Matt and I do?
We all act like we're college dropouts.
Dude, Matt has the double degree on me.
I double majored too.
Are you you're a bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an associate's boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm a bachelor in professional sales and business, and professional sales and marketing.
I am computer and electrical engineering.
And bro still uses bombs, and I'm kidding.
No, it just shows I actually know what I'm looking at. I don't just listen to one guy. I was gonna say, yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. Well, the other thing too is I have a lot of certifications. I think I have 32. That was the really cool part about the college I went to is I got to get so I'm Net Plus, A Plus, Security Plus, and then I have a couple certifications with lasers, a couple involving like magnets and electromagnetic fields.
Can I get 2 zip ties or 1 zip tie?
What is it?
Can I get 1 or 2 zip ties?
I have a couple that are. I have a couple really goofy ones. Like I think I'm Word, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel.
Those expire, bro. You're cooked. That's gone. I was Excel certified for a bit.
I am or was certified in those. Yeah, I mean the biggest ones, really honestly, a lot of my small, like I have some soldering ones. Like I have like a certification for a little bit of everything involving like electrical engineering. The biggest ones though are definitely the A Plus and Net Plus, which are probably expired. He still isn't Linux or Mac OS. I think I actually am Mac OS certified, believe it or not, mental model, I think. If I remember right in college, I remember we had to do a whole course on Mac and didn't enjoy it. Didn't make me switch. So.
Man, I switched and I, surprisingly, I'm a Mac diehard, I'm an Apple diehard fanboy sheep. I'm all of the above.
You said femboy sheep?
Fanboy sheep. But I still prefer Windows, and I have the whole time.
Well, it's like I'm like, God, it's such an unpopular opinion, and like to our chat, and I know it hurts them every time I say it, but I keep having chat. They're like, "Are you going to be doing the Linux challenge with Matt?" And I'm like, I'm not. And I tell them my main reason really is just my games that I play, right? But then I'm like, I have a bunch of secondary reasons. So number 2, I think Linux is sick. I like what it stands for. I don't enjoy using it. It feels a lot worse than Windows to me. I'm sorry, but like, I don't give Windows any of my money directly, I should say. So I don't care for the whole like free aspect of Linux. And on top of that, I'm like, I work here for 8 hours a day. The last thing I want to do is I'm doing tech all day. I don't want to go home and film more and troubleshoot more after the day is done. You know what I mean?
It's like a mechanic modifying
going
cars.
and working on their car.
Going home, working on the car. It's like that's the last thing I want to do.
It is exactly like that.
I just want to get in my Honda Civic and drive home in peace and quiet. Yeah.
And that's my thing is, everyone in chat, every time I say it, they're always like, but Linux is so good, it's so much better. I'm like, that, I think it's cool. Like, Linux is great. I'm not great at using it, and I don't want to learn how.
You can get better performance out of it, out of the actual,
look, and then they're like, then use the Linux made by Microsoft developer. I don't have problems with Windows, chat. I go home, everything works, I'm not paying a monthly subscription. Like, why would I switch? What's the point? You know what I mean? Now, using it here, yes. Using it for my job to experiment with, yes. But like, I don't want to go home and use it. I don't have any desire. I don't have a good reason. If anything, it'll literally just limit me. That's all it'll do is just limit me.
Now, if you're on a budget, you got a lot of time on your hands, and you want like more performance, Windows is holding you back, then I mean, go for it.
I got a 5080 and a 9000X 3D. Like, I ain't craving more. No, I know Apex doesn't work on Linux, Warzone, Fortnite. Like, most of the multiplayer games that we play every day at home will not work for me. So for Matt, like, he goes home and plays single player. Shout out to that. I wish I was like that. I'm not. I don't really play a lot of single player. Most of my games, I would literally just not really be able to game for a month. I'd just have to play indie multiplayer games that I don't really play in single player. And then I said that yesterday, and then some of chat was like, "We'll play better games." I'm like, "You guys are just holy shit! You guys are missing the point here, man."
Not the Leon Lee case. This is the Okino's case.
Leon.
Yesterday's stream was an Okino's case.
Hey, did you figure out if are you able to do what we were doing today, or are you trying to do that movie?
We can do it. We can do it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll film the beginning part of the script and then the last part of the script here today.
Okay.
So then all we have to do when we get back to that, we can just work on your car. But then as it gets a little cooler and like a little bit darker out, I want to do like the just the part where it's out in the boonies.
Okay.
Some people use VMs on Linux to play Windows games. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, I know that there's workarounds, and but it's like, why? Why would I do that? I have no reason,
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna spend 3 hours finding the workaround and then get off for the night because I'm too tired to do anything.
Yeah, like I said, I think Linux is sick. I didn't grow up on it. I don't have a desire. I don't have problems with Windows. I think that's the best way of putting it. I know some of you all just hate Windows. You hate the data mining. You hate this. You hate that. I don't like Mac OS because I don't know how to use it. That's it. Like same with Linux. I don't want to learn how to use it. So I will experiment with it here. I have a video coming up. I think another kind of like Raspberry Pi esque where we'll use. No, I mean I know how to use. Like I've used Mac and Apple environment many times. I'm not going to go home and get a Mac. I'm not going to install it on my PC. Like I've noticed what's the advantage. You grew up on DOS and was angry.
Sack.
Crazy. What is it?
Hate is a strong word, Midnight.
What does he hate? Oh, I hate Oh my god. What is the dub sack?
I don't know. Dub sack.
How do y'all think the whole VRAM thing's gonna go? Like, do you think devs try to focus on lower end cards or just say F them? I think more and more companies are focusing a little less on optimization. Borderlands 4 is a great example. Almost every new game that comes out, Unreal Engine 5 is an awesome engine, and if you look at certain games that run Unreal Engine 5, they run amazing. You're getting 200 plus FPS, but a lot of devs are not spending the time to optimize their game using Unreal Engine 5, and then they're kind of, people blame Unreal Engine 5. They're like, this game would have ran better if it wasn't on, UE5. That's not actually true. Like, even the devs of Unreal Engine have said, we give them all the tools to make their game run like Fortnite if they want to. They just don't. They don't do the optimization.
Look ripped. No way. I'm wearing the baggiest of clothes.
Oh, do you like my shirt?
Hell yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. This dude's cool. He's doing a dude. This guy. He's one of the old the guys that was on Roadkill that Shaw used to watch, and both of them, almost all of those guys, they're all doing raffles like constantly, dude. That's why I mentioned like I really want to look into the laws of that because I'm like I think it'd be cool to have PCBros raffles for PCs where it's cheap. It's like $5 or whatever, and we do like a monthly raffle on top of the giveaway. Mm-hmm. Because God, there has to be some money in it. Because like you see how common car raffles are, where it's like we're giving away this Nissan GTR and $50,000 cash everywhere, right?
With every 10 scrolls I have on my Instagram, there's someone giving away,
and it's always a different.
Giving away this $80,000 M3.
It's always a different company. I mean, I see them where it's like we have this King Ranch F350 with a color matched excavator on the back with a color matched trailer. Like it's over $100,000 worth of shit.
At least it's at least a 6-figure car, and I'm like,
when I entered this guy's giveaway, I don't think he has a way to pay to enter. You have to buy merch, and he said everything that you buy from me is one entry.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in a way, it's like a free raffle. But he's giving away a sick ass like 1970 C10. That's like all original. It's probably like a $10,000 truck. Like it's not anything insane, but the raffles seem to just be huge. And I used to think they were dumb, but like I've started to enter them. I've entered a couple of. I know. Well, like oftentimes they support good things too. Like I've entered some gun raffles that are for veterans. They're $10. It'll be like $10, and I'm like, I don't ever win anything like that, but like, why not? Why not just try? I'm like, it goes to a good cause, or it helps the creator. Like in this case, I like this guy, and I think the shirt's sick. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy this shirt, and I bought a sticker pack. I think I maybe spent $30. That probably got me a couple entries. And at the off chance I freaking win a Chevy Square Body, and I get to meet him, which I've always wanted. He lives in Georgia. And that's his whole thing is he's like, I want you to drive down here, drive your junk, and come pick up my car, you know? And I'm like, that'd be sick. But yeah, I would love to be able to do that with stuff like this, where it's like, you know, there's some raffles I've seen that's really common where they do monthly subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like an actual subscription, though, where you actually pay. So you know like how Good Mythical Morning, I don't know if you're kind of familiar, but they have like tiers where you can pay monthly and you get discounts on their merch, but you also get some free stuff out of it, right? I've noticed Raffles, they do that with Raffles now, where it's like, you know, if you pay $5 a month, you'll get a pack of stickers and you automatically get entered in the raffle and you have like an extra entry for free. So now you got people on this monthly, just reoccurring subscription they forget about. And I'm like, dude, that's cool for them because it doesn't cost them much. It's also sick for you because you make money doing it.
Subscriptions, man, they're everywhere now. It's like the whole, it's like the whole subscription thing with streaming services. It used to. This is why cable came into play. So long ago, and now it's back to the same. Back to the same thing. Now you're spending more on subscriptions.
I know. Yeah, people like
monthly for me.
People like hate it on cable.
Yeah.
Our car show is actually this month. It's going to be September 27th. There's another big car show that day too. If anybody wants to try to hit up both, it's it's Saint something. It's pretty close to Captain's Quarters. It's a big show. As I've said many times, I regret I did not know it was that day. I wouldn't have planned it on that day because it's very similar hours. I think theirs is longer, so technically you could always hit up both. Yeah, both shows, you know, ours, we do the free goodie bags, so we'll have probably like 70 to 100 goodie bags. It'll either be like backpacks or whatever.
Ours starts at 11.
Yep, ours starts at 11, ends at 3.
It's really like, if you really want like to be here while people are here though, it's usually like between 11 and like maybe
12:30.
11 to 1, I'd say is the main 2 hours you want to be there.
Oh, and there's free food. Don't forget, Fat Jimmy's caters it. He brings usually about 10 large pizzas, different sizes and flavors. We also do free drinks. We'll have some paid drinks as well if you want to buy anything. Our store is open, so you guys can walk in. We'll live stream it, so you can even see the live stream. You can be on stream. Yeah, Grim, if you want to come by, you can definitely help. I will say don't get here like super early, maybe like...
We don't get here early.
Yeah, we don't. I would say like 10:30 at the earliest, honestly.
That's when we're getting here and like getting ready.
Yeah, if you know, like drive your bike or something, Grim, that'd be sick.
No pineapple pizza either. We get cheese, pepperoni, maybe sausage, maybe.
We usually do, I have them do some Tito's too. Those are like the really fancy, the banana pepper with hot sauce, and arguably one of the best pizzas for a lot of people. And usually a couple of veggie pizzas too. Yep, it's in our parking lot. We have if you guys didn't know, because we know this is a big complex, so we have a huge parking lot. We don't own it or anything, but you know, we ask people to be nice, respectful, don't leave trash out, don't do burnouts, don't be super loud. Yeah. You can be loud on the way out, but just don't be loud on the way in, don't be loud when you get here. But yeah, it's a super large park. Like, we can technically fit a few hundred cars here. We don't want to because we'll probably get the cops called on us, but yeah.
And everyone's pretty respectful, honestly. It's of all the car shows, I think if you do a car show before 5 p.m., then I think you're in good shape because people actually understand that it's like, yeah, it's not takeover city and like, you know, all this. You're not trying to, you know, show off. So, where's it, guys? Oh, did it? Okay. Okay, nice. It turned off in one click. We have a guide the raid. Okay, well, he's probably Too Easy Tim is guide the raid. Yeah. Yeah, what would y'all do without me? Goodness. My goodness, guys. But anyways, that's going to wrap up today's stream. We'll be back tomorrow, or I say he'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. And this PC will be for sale at PCBros.tech with a 1-year warranty, parts and labor. Toasty Burros on checkout will save you 3%. We will see you all tomorrow. See ya.